Hey everybody, my name is Ava Cecilia and I am the creator of the Sacred Space Prayer Cards. And today we're going to do a quick little bit of review to see how you can use these cards. The cards are initially created to help you find guidance in your everyday existence. They're not specifically meant to use to do fortune telling or divination, but rather for a tool to check in with yourself. So whether you use oracle cards or tarot cards or mindfulness books or meditation techniques, this is definitely for you. And even if you don't, even if you're just curious on what this kind of art is, what these cards do, this is also for you, because curiosity is what follows us with our intuition and tells us the truth about what's inside here. And this is the reason for why I created these cards. So let's check it out. These cards comes in a package. This is the prototype. The actual package will be a little bit more flashy, together with a guidebook. And the guidebook has 3 different messages for each card. They have a medicine, and the medicine is more like a poetic message that you can take to heart. And you can read it just if you get a little bit of inspiration. And then we have a meditation. There's a longer message there that you can sit with and meditate with and marinate in, right? And then there is the mantra, and the mantra you can use as an affirmation. You can write it down every day. You can write it down in your diary. You can keep it on your altar. You can keep it next to your bed, and just as a reminder of what you're going through right now. And that changes too, right? But then there's also different spreads that you can do. And I have 2 different spreads in here that is something that you can use alone or together with somebody. I have the Trinity Teaching and I have the Manifestation Mirror. All right, so let's do the Trinity Teaching. The Trinity Teaching is 3 different cards, and it's all about what is it teaching me. And if we're doing it together, you and I right now, we can pretend that we're having almost like a conversation piece. So you can use this deck too with a friend, a loved one, to just get a little bit deeper and get to know each other a little bit better. Maybe even a relationship, like skip the couples therapy one day and do this and try it out and see what happens, all right? So usually I flip these cards like this, but you can also just, pull them out on your deck and on your desk and just pick one that feels the best, right? But I love to have them just flip out. So let's see. Card 1, what energy is leaving me right now? So let's see, what energy is leaving us right now, you and I watching this, and what has it taught us? Let's see what comes up. So remember that I am a professional reader, and this is what I do for a living as well. So you might just want to pick one card and see what comes up. So we got 2 cards. We got Recognize and we got Starshine. Without even reading it, I would say Recognize is about knowing your worth, knowing your true potential, knowing yourself. And when it comes in with Starshine, it's also about recognizing the effect you have on others, because the star can shine even before and after its creation and its death, right? So this has a large impact on people light years away, right? So it talks about you knowing that you have an impact on people that will last for a lifetime. And so for us right now, what is leaving us and what taught you and I would say, is that we're recognizing how we've been impacting each other and how it's going to be for a while right now. And we might have been impacting each other, you and I, in a way that we can't really comprehend with our mind. And so, for example, if we're sitting here, having a cup of tea and talking about this, I would say, all right, so what do you feel this has taught you? How do you interpret this? Because I want it to be an intuitive interpretation, right? So we can play a little bit, use our psychology, use our imagination. And I would say also, okay, well, if I look at this without even reading it, I see a star, I see diamonds. It reminds me of glitter, gold, worthiness, being famous maybe. And then you say, well, I wouldn't say famous. I would rather say searching for diamonds in an old cave, So okay, but what is that analogy? What has that taught us? And maybe you would say, all right, well, it has taught me that if we go really deep, you can find the beauty in things. And I would say yes, but I would also say like maybe everything that is super glittery isn't, you know, as good as you think it is. And you'll be like, aha, yes, that's an aha moment. That's what we can recognize together. Hope you get what I'm getting with this. Let's see. What is the card 2? What energy is present right now, and what is it teaching us for you and I? Let's see. Another 2 cards. I love this. We got redemption and we got move. Interesting. And also remember, this is an exercise you and I are doing together right now, so you're free to interpret it as you want. These are very intricate cards. These are very detailed cards, so I want you to sit with them for a while, and this is why it's so much fun to have this as a conversation piece together with a friend or a loved one, because it can just bring you deeper into yourself through art, through imagination, through your intuition, and tapping into your own creativity and your own inspiration, right? So redemption, what is redemption and what is movement? I would say that what is happening right now for you and I is that we are on a path where we listen to our own body, our own languages of our own physical manifestation. And in that, by like listening to how our bodies move, we will get energy back. Maybe it's also about just like working out, getting some good energy back into the system. But redemption is also remembering that everything that we thought was lost can always be redeemed and put back into place. So I would say for us, what it's teaching us right now is that what is lost will be found. Just listen to the footsteps of our own feet and follow those footsteps and see where the road takes us, because maybe something is right around the river bend that we just did not expect, something that we thought we would never find again. So I would also hear, keep walking, don't give up. That's what I'm hearing also. Cool, let's do the next one, the Trinity teaching, card number 3. What energy am I receiving, and what will it teach me? So what energy are we receiving? What is coming up for us, and what will it teach us? Wow, we get 1 card. Interesting, I love this card. Look at that, it's so beautiful. It's called trust. Now this card talks about, of course, trusting. Trust is never that easy, right? What does it make you feel and think about when you see it? I want you to be curious. I want you to interpret this as you see fit. And remember, this is never anything wrong or right here. I was inspired also by, you know, when we go into museums and look at abstract paintings or just surrealistic paintings, or any kind of art, right? Without any description, our imagination goes freely. Our hearts move freely. We kind of like, oh, I see this here, and look at this here. It's like, oh yeah, that makes me think about this, you know? Like almost like association game. Or when you sit like in an old shrink's office and you get like those ink stains, and I'm like, ooh, I see a person crying, and another one would be like, wow, I see a duck flying, you know? So I want you to use your imagination. What does trust? Well, yeah, it's kind of easy. Trust your heart. What does it really mean to trust? Why do we need to trust? And I would say coming in for us is both us trusting ourselves, but also us trusting each other, learning to trust each other, learning to listen to our heart instead of our minds, right? Can we get one more? Whoops. Excuse me. And reciprocate that trust. So give it back. Yes, yes, yes. Trusting in each other because we are reciprocated. We are held, we are met in each other, and we are mirrored in a fair way in each other. So these are just examples of how you can use the cards with a special someone or with yourself. I also have the manifestation mirror, which is more about talking about the different planes of our existence. So mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and what is the guidance? So you move in different levels too, right? And use the guidebook as much as you want, but also just use your imagination, use each other, find out what you want to know from each other, go deeper. Let's not keep it superficial, you guys. Let's just get to know each other on a deeper level. It can be uncomfortable, but it can also be fun. So says my kitty cat, who cannot be up here. All right, you guys, I hope you love this, and I hope you really go and purchase the deck and support this cause. We need Well, half is already filled, so another half would be good. Check out the different merchandise too. I do have a lot of cool t-shirts, candles, yoga mats. Feel free to click on that. Just treat yourself. Remember that right now there's a really good offer out. If you wouldn't, like if you don't click on one right now, and if we don't go the full way, this deck will not be available for just 45 euros. It will be available for around 85 euros. So yes, I would really, really recommend getting the deck this way. And I hope that I get to see you there at the Kickstarter campaign. Thank you for spending this time with me, having a deep talk and having a little bit of fun and chit chat with me and my kitty cat. Love you. Bye.